Okay, here's my review of the Galaxy 5.0, okay, versus the iPod 4G. Okay, I wanted to make this review a while ago. I just only had this thing for a couple days here, and if you've seen my other videos, I really was looking past this device because I thought battery replacement was going to be something very difficult, such as the iPod, because if you look at all the websites for this, they all say it has a non-removable battery, but the truth is that this battery in this 5.0 media player Galaxy is actually really easy to replace, and it's clipped in. There's two screws here, and you unscrew those, and I haven't taken it apart yet, but I know it's easy. This Apple iPod 4G is actually soldered in. The battery's soldered in, so you're screwed when you have to replace the battery on the iPod. So that's my reason I got this. But guys, if you have not bought this yet, Galaxy Player 5.0, then you're missing out. Buy this thing. That's all I can say is buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it. This thing is awesome. There's one thing I found that it cannot do that the iPod can do, and that is record with the front-facing camera, the camera that faces you. I have not yet found a way to record with it on the Galaxy media player. Every single other option on this Galaxy media player is 10 times better than the iPod. I mean, look how big the screen is on this thing. It's just unreal. The options, the ease of use of this device is just completely unreal. Look at this. I mean, you see things right away that will just blow your mind. Where's the radio? Look at this. FM radio. Look at that. I mean, look at this. It only works with the headphones in. I'm sure there's a way around that to hook up speakers or whatever, but I mean, look at I mean, it's unreal. The things, the options, the ease of use. Look at the screen. I wish I could compare my iPod. I'm filming this with the iPod right now. I'm going to sell this iPod 4G for $100. I had to spend hours and hours soldering a battery into this iPod, and I hate it. And I actually made a video about internal batteries, and I included Samsung in that, but that was before I realized how easy it actually is to replace a battery on one of these. I guess the batteries are hard to find. Samsung wants $60 to replace the battery as of right now, to send it out to them to replace it, which I believe is $40 less than they want to replace it in the iPod. And they'll actually replace the battery in this. They won't just give you a whole nother device, which is nice. This has a SD card. iPod doesn't, which is another huge thing for me. The SD card. What else? The speakers on this Galaxy player are loud. They're not like the little iPod 4G crap speakers. These speakers are loud. There's a couple speakers on this thing. It's got a 2500 mAh battery, which is a big battery, which seems to last for a while. Look, you can see mine right now. It's full. I would say heavy usage, I don't know, hours and hours. I'd say at least 4 or 5 hours of heavy usage out the battery from a full charge. This is a horrible glare. This review is really a shitty review. I'm not going into detail on all the stuff you could do or anything. I'm just trying to tell you that to buy this. I was holding off on this for 2 weeks. I actually bought a used iPod for $180 because I read something about Bluetooth. The iPod had a better Bluetooth. And really, the reviews on this Galaxy player are shitty. The reviews that people give, I mean, they're not that great. So I passed on it, and I also passed on it at first because I thought it had a soldered-in battery, just like the iPod. Because all the reviews say that it has a non-removable battery on the 5.0. Okay, so I figured, what's the difference between that and the iPod? But in reality, the battery on this, I found a YouTube video where they opened up a Samsung tab and it had these two little screws, one there and one there. And then, you know, you might have to use the tool around the screen, the iPod tool, but it just pops right open and then the battery unclips. Compare that to the iPod where you have to sit there and solder the battery in, and it's not easy. It's not easy. And then look, another thing that triumphs over the iPod is the buttons. You know, and if you've ever worked on an iPod, you know they made the buttons the way they did on the iPod, so when you're working on it and shit, they're really hard to press. I mean, look, these are, it has a flat side right here. These are where the buttons are. This is a horrible video, horrible glare. But these are the buttons on this thing. Let me go up and... Here's the buttons. Look, they're on the side here. You see? See where the buttons are? Easy to press, unlike on the iPod where they're on it's at a slant, it's on an angle. And we all know Apple does that to make it so hard to work on when you're trying to, and even just general usage of the buttons on the iPod is a pain in the ass. They're just ridiculous. I can just kind of turn it on now. We got a better but the settings, you like my background, it's retarded, but the backgrounds are easy to change. Everything is right there. Internet's been good. The Wi-Fi usage, it picks up all Wi-Fi signals from all over. I mean, there's so many things. You go to Google. Okay, check this out. This is pretty cool. I don't know if iPod has this feature built in. Watch this. iPod 4G is a piece of crap. Look at that. iPod, look at that. Look at that. Voice recognition. I mean, this thing is off the charts. And look at the keyboard. No more, you know, for people with big hands. I mean, look at this. Look how big this keyboard turns into when you want to use it. Well, it's on the thing, but look at that. It's huge. This is a horrible video. This is the lighting. The lighting is, this is just horrible, but you know, this is unreal. Just buy this thing. That's all I can say is buy it. Buy it. Buy this. You will not regret it at all. You will not regret buying this thing. The cameras on this Galaxy player are actually, I believe this back one's a 3 megapixel. Compare that to Apple's 1 megapixel. Look, I could be wrong, but I believe these are the specs. I know it has a better camera. Look, this thing's just better all the way around. It kills an Apple product. The main reason, though, I would not buy an Apple over this is because the batteries are soldered in on the Apple, which is, they do that so that when the battery dies, you're fucking screwed. You really are screwed with an Apple product when the battery dies. And why would you want to buy a product that's made with that much planned obsolescence? You know, this thing is awesome. The screen is huge. Everything's worked great on it for me. I've only had it a couple days, but still, this thing is just, it's unreal. Just buy it. And for only $250 with tax out the door at Best Buy, they actually had it in stock. Go buy this thing. Seriously, buy this. If you're thinking about buying this Galaxy player, you would think I work for Samsung or something. But like I said, the only thing this does not do is front camera recording off the front camera. I guess there's an app for it, but I haven't found it yet. If you can find it, then tell me, you know, where to find that app. But look, just buy this thing. Just buy it. This is like a device you buy, and it's worth the money. It's a mini computer. As compared to the iPod, iPods are built to fail. Don't buy an iPod. I talked bad about Samsung before I found out how easy it was to replace the battery and that it actually just clips in there. It's not a non-removable battery. I would not consider it a non-removable battery. If you look at how easy it actually is to replace this battery, you know, I wish they had a pack on here, but it's got a big battery inside, so I can understand. But it's not soldered in. That's the main thing. The iPod batteries are soldered in. This clips in. Despite all the reviews you'll see telling you it's non-removable, and that's all they tell you. That's why my review is a lot better. I'm actually telling you, if you look at the Samsung Tab teardown they have on there, you'll see how easy it is to repair the battery, as opposed to an iPod. Go watch an iPod video on how you got to repair those batteries. So this thing, look, this thing is awesome. Just buy it. Buy it. And that's my review for now. Hope you enjoyed it.